Hello guys, today we will deal with numericals on enhancement type of MOSFET. Obviously, we will stick to DC analysis only and let's proceed further how we'll get the different kinds of equations, examples and how we'll get the particular finding which has been asked in the examination, right? First of all, first example we'll take where it has been asked in May 2015 Mumbai University semester number 4 for ADC. This is the actual question frame. Now, before attempting this particular question, just see to it that this particular symbol is for enhancement type of MOSFET. Okay, so where your channel is not already formed, that's why gap is there in between the gate and the this particular window. Okay, so this direction represents that it's an N channel enhancement type of MOSFET. Rather, given is Kn, which is given as 1 milliampere per volt square, that is a process transconductance, and Vth, which is given as 0.7 volt. So even if direction on the symbol is not given, we can easily identify by the value of Vth. Yes, this is N channel enhancement type of MOSFET. As in N channel enhancement type of MOSFET, your Vth is always and always positive, without which I will not get the value of the current in my MOSFET. Okay, so let's proceed further with the steps that we already used to follow, right? So step number 1, hold. First of all, we should get how much part of this circuit we require for DC analysis. Okay, all the capacitances are given, right? So as we are dealing with the DC analysis, so I can say that frequency is equal to 0, right? So if frequency is equal to 0, I can easily say that the capacitive reactance is equal to infinite. Yes. So if it is infinite, I'll have to open all the coupling and bypass capacitor. So this is a bypass capacitor. These two are coupling capacitor. So even though the values of CC1, CC2 and CS are not given, that is not required for our case of DC analysis, right? So before applying step number 1, we will say that open all coupling and bypass capacitor. Okay, so I can say that my circuit will get reduced and it will be restricted with only 3 resistances and 1 transistor and 2 voltage sources. 2 voltage sources plus 10 and minus 10, 3 resistance 1.2k, 1k and 100k. Where is 100 ohm? Because CC1 is open circuited, so input has nothing to do, rather circuit has nothing to do with input as well as output. So the part which is at this particular side will get discarded for DC analysis. This part will get discarded for DC analysis and this part will get discarded for DC analysis. So I can say that I will be left with only this particular part and then I will proceed further for the step number 1. So before that, if you want more and more marks, then you just redraw the circuit for DC analysis. Okay, so we want only this much part. This is grounded. This is connected to minus 10 volts. This is 1k, 1.2k. This is plus 10 volts. Mind well, 1.2k in your examination, they may write in the form of 1k2. 1k2 is nothing but 1.2k. So here we will write 1.2k is equivalent with 1k2. So mind well, it's not the printing mistake. It can be represented as 1k2 as well. Okay, so coming to the first step number 1, we will say that is 100k. This is particularly VGS. Okay, step number 1, applying input KVL. So applying input KVL, we will be getting input KVL. So I can easily say the starting point of the input KVL is from 100 ohm, 100 kilo ohm, that is nothing but the RG. So 100 kilo ohm multiplied by the IG, right, with minus sign because we are taking that particular direction. I'll draw this diagram over here to avoid the confusion in your mind. Minus 10 volts, this is 1K, and we don't deal with particular RD here. This is my input for step number 1. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, as the direction of the current says. So this is the value of RG, current is flowing, that is IG. So minus IG into RG minus VGS minus ID into RS minus of minus 10 volts is equal to 0, right? So as we know that this particular value becomes 0 because Ig is equal to 0 in all MOSFETs. So we get first equation, VGS is equal to 10 minus ID into RS value is 1K. It's a very simple equation number 1. Okay, let's proceed further for the equation of the enhancement type of MOSFET. Here we have to say that which kind of equation, which equation I have to take, whether linear equation or saturation equation, right? So here we will take saturation equation, assuming that the circuit is acting as an amplifier, because if circuit is acting as an amplifier, I have to use the region as saturation region, where the current equation is Kn into VGS minus VTH the whole square. So we'll implement that equation. First of all, we'll have to assume that, right? So we say that assume transistor is working in assuming that transistor is working in saturation region, we will proceed further with the equation of the current in saturation region, that is ID is equal to Kn into VGS minus VTH the whole square. ID is equal to Kn into VGS minus VTH the whole square, right? We will use that equation, we will say that equation number 2. We will put that value of VGS in equation number 2, then we will get a quadratic equation in terms of ID1 and ID2 as a roots of the characteristic equation. So pause the screen, put the value of VGS into this equation number 2 and calculate the value of ID1 and ID2, right? And then come to me. Okay, now come to me. This is your equation. 1 mega ID square minus 19.6 kilo ID plus 86.49 is equal to 0. Finding the roots, we will be getting two roots. Okay, first is ID1 is equal to 6.7 milliampere, right? And second one is 12.9 milliampere. Now again there is a confusion because here we don't have IDSS and VP, right, to figure out whether ID1 is true value, right, or ID2 is true value, but still we can use the logical sense of characteristics of EMOS, right? So as we don't have the value of IDSS, but still we can make use of the value of VGS. VGS value should always and always be greater than the value of VTH, that is 0.7 in this particular case. So I can say that this VGS is equal to VTH is equal to 0.7 volts, right? So if we take the VGS value which is less than 0.7, then I should get the value corresponding ID value should be equal to 0 or very near to 0, right? But both values are in milliampere. So we'll take one by one and we'll calculate the value of the VGS. Okay, so let's try to get the value of VGS. Put ID1 in equation number 1. Putting the value of ID1 in equation number 1, we will be getting VGS1 is equal to 10 minus 6.7 milli into 1k, right? K ने milli को मार दिया. I can say that the value will become 3.3. So 3.3 volts is the positive value, and obviously it's nothing but greater than 0.7 volts is equal to VTH. Okay, let's put another value of ID, right? So we'll put ID2 is equal to, in equation number 1, then we will be getting the value of VGS2 is equal to 10 minus 12.89 multiplied by 1k into milli, right? 12.89 milli. So 1k and 1 milli will get cancelled, and I will be getting minus 2.89 volts, right? Which is less than VTH. If we consider the value of VGS2 which is negative, then corresponding ID2 value should be very, very less. But in this case, it is not matching. So I can say that I will discard the value of VGS2, which is not possible. I will take the value of VGS1, that is possible case. Okay, so I can say VGS is equal to 3.3 volts, and your value of ID is equal to ID1, which is equal to 6.7 milliampere, right? This is nothing but the first finding that we have got. Okay, now let us try to get, they have asked us find the Q point, right? They have asked us, see, they have asked us find the Q point. Q point means not only VGS and ID, but we have to find out the value of VDS as well. So once we get the value of ID and VGS, we will proceed further for the next step, that is nothing but the application of the KVL. So we will apply the KVL. Okay, and the particular circuit diagram will become, this was the circuit diagram we were looking for. Enhancement MOSFET, resistance 1k, minus 10 volt, and VDD is plus 10 volts. 1.2k is the value of RD, and now we will proceed further to have output KVL to find out the value of VDS. So simple, VDD minus IDRD minus VDS minus IDRS minus of minus 10 volts is equal to, directly getting the value of VDS, right? So pause the screen, calculate the value of VDS. So VDD is 10 volts minus ID is known to me, that is 6.7 milli, multiplied by RD and RS, I can take it outside, right? And ID I'll take common, so RD plus RS will be nothing but 1.2 plus 1 K, right? Minus of minus plus 10 volts. So this will be 20 minus, we'll just calculate 6.7 multiplied by 2.1, that is 14.07. So here we will be getting the value around 6 volts. Okay, 5.93 it will be having. So this is equal to 5.93, okay, volts. We will be getting the value which is nothing but the 6 volts. So we will be having final answer. Answer will become Q point, first Q point, that is VGSQ comma IDQ, that is nothing but 3.3 volts comma IDQ is the value 6.7 milliampere, and second Q point is VDSQ comma IDQ, and we will be getting the value VDSQ is 6 volts and IDQ is same 6.7 milliampere. So this is how we deal with the finding of Q point with enhancement type of MOSFET. Okay, so in this way we will use the DC analysis numericals to find the Q point, and in further more numericals we will learn how to find out particular value of the resistance so that the criteria of the given parameter gets satisfied. Okay, so stay tuned for that and learn more and more EDC2 from Ekeeda videos, and subscribe Ekeeda videos. Thank you so much.